Sustainability, environmental, social and economic impact. The textile and clothing industry accounts for 10% of the world's greenhouse gases and 20% of the industrial wastewater pollution. The production of textiles requires enormous amounts of chemicals. Annually, 48 million metric tons of clothes are disposed of, the bulk of which ends up in landfills. Only 1% of used clothes are recycled into new ones, and this is also due to the use of non-renewable resources. Consumer use also has a large environmental footprint due to the water, energy and chemicals used in washing, tumble drying and ironing. Fashion industry has various negative social impacts. In developed countries, brands and retailers are criticized for poorly paid employees and dangerous working environments. Moreover, 97% of clothing manufacturers operate in developing countries, where workers are exposed to dangerous work conditions, discrimination, and where child labor is exploited. Social impact also encompasses animal welfare. Finally, 9 million people dies of diseases connected to waste and pollution each year, 20 times more than die from malaria. Altogether, fashion companies make up a multi-billion-dollar industry. This greatly benefits the economy because of the number of jobs that it creates, and the amount of money it generates. Fast fashion has a huge impact on the economy too. Even though it is not sustainable for the environment, the industry expects fast fashion to reach $713 billion in 2022. A report from Global Fashion Agenda found that it would be beneficial to address the environmental and social problems of the fashion industry. This would create $192 billion in profit, benefiting the global economy if it is done by 2030. Sustainability assessment tools provide value for industrial decision-making. They help companies to get an overview of what sustainability-driven innovation is, understand how sustainable they are, identify strengths and weaknesses in the inclusion of sustainability into management policies. Many sustainability assessment tools have been developed in the last years, and are built around Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs. In 2015, the United Nations defined 17 Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, 169 targets and 231 indicators, and almost all countries are committed to reach these goals by 2030. SDGs are government-level goals, but companies, organizations, households and individuals are the ones realizing them. World is running late to reach the 2030 goals, and the division between the strongest countries and the weakest has widened. One example is the SDG Monitor, which supports the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and uses the SDG indicators to assess sustainability actions. The tool measures individual actions and converts data into an index to show the overall impact of the company's actions on environment, social and governance, ESG, matters. Another example is the improved Corporate Sustainability Navigator that combines the Sustainable Development Goals with the triple bottom line approach. It offers companies an assessment of their status quo in leveraging sustainability to drive growth, based on 4 dimensions: profit, people, planet, managing sustainable development. By providing benchmarking with other similar companies, it enables identification of improvement potentials and the development of a targeted, concrete action plan.